Hello and welcome to Cutter Builds. We're back with another episode of Icarus, and we have done just a little bit of stuff, not a lot of stuff since last episode. I'm making sure we're grabbing everything here. We'll talk about all of that here as we go around. I have added these spikes since the last episode. I think they might have been in the thumbnail for the previous episode, but I didn't realize exactly how these worked. And so I am going to try and kill this crocodile off real quick here. And I'm using up valuable ammo. I think I'm going to switch to the knife here real quick and finish him off. Oh dear. Okay, we weren't quite ready for that. Let's get the gun out here for this guy. We got two jaguars out here. So it's been quite dangerous around here, is I guess what I was trying to say. And we have had a number of wildlife incidences. And I know I should have probably closed that gate, but I'm going to go out there for the other cat. And as you can see, it's been keeping us busy. We've got these spikes up on the walls, and oh, that's a bear. What I didn't realize is that these spikes are an upgrade to the wall, not something that you simply put down in front of it. And so I've been out here trying to keep things nice and tidy, but man, has it been something else with all the wildlife here. So let's get this gun back out. Let's see if we can save these walls. There we go. My goodness. All I want to do is clean up this mess a little bit, and it's one thing after another. We better bandage up here. Got a wolf sitting over here. I think he just ate my other corpse, unfortunately. I tell you, it feels like everything has just gotten crazy here recently. I could have taken this to the skinning bench, I suppose, but we're starting to get to a point where leather is no longer really an issue for us. We've been killing so many creatures. And I wasn't really quite planning on getting into the action quite so fast like this, but alas, that is what happened. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick here. Get bandaged up. Perfect. And let's see now. We were attempting to do something out here before all the craziness happened. I guess there's no point in picking it up anymore. It's been half eaten. Can't skin it. Very good. Alright, we are going to walk around with the gun out here. I'm going to close our gate so nothing gets in. And what I was about to try and do is go and apply the last of these spikes. I ran out on the way around the base here, so I'm going to put these on the rest of this because it has been working amazingly to keep things off of our base. And I think the durability of the spikes is built into the wall's durability, so I'm going to try and repair this wall. And yeah, everything gets patched up at the same time, so we're doing pretty good here. This is the one that's been taking a beating. Probably don't need to repair the ones that are only 25 damage, but we're just going to hit it all real quick. Dump our supplies off. So the other thing that I have done off camera is I built the biofuel lamp. That's going to allow us to have a much better light situation in the caves than just a torch, so we're going to be using that on our upcoming adventure. I also built a second biofuel can so that we could start stockpiling some of this biofuel, because we are going to also build a biofuel deep mining drill. And so we had just enough electronics that we could build with the gold that we've got here to get this going, and this is going to allow us to hit some of those deep mining nodes that we come across. And I don't know how those work. I've never actually done it before, so we're going to take that with us. And if we find one, especially if one for iron right now is our biggest need, we are going to be using that. I'm going to just keep making the premium meats here for lack of anything better to do with the materials. I'm going to dump all the leather and bones in here for our storage facility. And what did these biocanned fuels take? That's a lot of iron. We're only going to stick with the 2. So I know we're not currently making any biofuel out of this, but that's all right. We've got so much meat, it doesn't really matter. And our real goal is to just keep moving down the tech tree here, which means getting into a fabricator eventually. And that's going to require this carbon fiber. Now, I don't know if this existed a year ago. I feel like it didn't, because I was building stuff in the tier 4 tree, which required a fabricator previously. But carbon fiber requires this carbon paste, which you then bake in the concrete oven. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a point on concrete paste so that we can get that unlocked, because my understanding is this is the only way to build that carbon fiber, which we're going to need. And so with that unlocked, we need to build this organic resin, which I built quite a bit of, silica ore, which we're running low on, epoxy, we've got a bunch somewhere, in aluminum. I know we've got some aluminum in here, but not a lot. 25 aluminum doesn't feel like a lot to me. So we're definitely going to need some silica ore and some other miscellaneous materials. So let's go ahead and get our containers refilled here real quick before we set off on our adventure. And then for weight purposes, I'm going to drop the hammer back off in here. I think everything else we're going to hang on to. I better make another bandage before we head out as well. And we'll just double up. We'll have 2 bandages and 2 suture kits just to make sure we're set in the event of emergencies. Stick all that back in there and off we go. Grabbing our containers on the way out. Our armor looks to be in good repair. Our equipment is in mostly good repair. I should probably have repaired this. I don't know. I don't want to waste the iron, to be honest. We'll wait until it needs something a little bit more. And we are going to go find us another cave. Now, I know there's maps and such that'll tell me where everything is, but I'm a bit of an adventurer here. I know we've got copper deep deposits in the cave that we've been in. I'd really like to find iron or some other exotic material that we need to mine. I hope this doesn't burn me. That one is not something that we can do something with at the moment. I feel like there was another deep ore deposit somewhere just on the mainland here that we came across. But honestly, I wasn't paying that close of attention at the time. I thought it was going to take us a while to get to being able to leverage those deep ore mining things. I thought that was a later tier than it was, so I'm excited that we've got one. And oh my goodness, I'm so glad that we're talking about it. I forgot to get the fuel cans. We'll be right back. As long as we ran back up into the base, I was pausing for a minute. I remember we talked about wanting to be able to prevent the cave issues, which requires this antibiotic to get rid of that pneumonia debuff. And I was looking up the tree. I was just wondering what the best version of that was. And it looks like that would be this tier 3 antibiotic pill. But I can't do the pills until I have the tonic. And the tonic requires the tier 2 herbalism bench. And so I don't have yeast yet, but we might pick some of that up while we're out as well. And then we'll unlock this herbalism bench, and this medicine seems like it could be pretty useful for things. And I also want to build the kitchen bench at some point here. I've got it unlocked already, but that's going to require refined wood. I'll figure out where to refine wood at. It looks like there's a carpentry bench in here, and this would be probably what's going to allow me to refine wood. I wasn't planning on unlocking this because I thought it was just for interior recipes here, but since that is also going to be what unlocks some of the kitchen items at some point, we might need to work on that, because at tier 3, yeah, I'm going to need this, I'm assuming, is made, yep, at the kitchen bench. So we're really going to need that refined wood at some point. I'm going to go ahead and spend a couple points. We're going to get this, and we're going to get this, just so that I can, I guess, force myself to not think about it. We've now unlocked it. It's done. And at some point, this wild buffalo cart is coming up next on the things I want to look into. I saw this in a recent patch notes, and I'm really intrigued by being able to cart. Look at all of that weight capacity on the cart. So that would be really nice to be able to haul ores and such back from an adventure, especially as we start going further and further away from our base here. So not something we need just yet, but coming up soon. So now that the storm has passed, and we have, or mostly passed, and we have our fuel with us, I think we're gonna go and see if we can find a cave. I'm wondering if there's any caves over here on the other side. It kind of looks like there might be, and this would be pretty close. So I think what we're going to do is run down here and see if I can get across onto the other side of this, and let's just clear out our little valley here, because this is all closed in by mountains, and that will at least cross all that off the list before we try to make our way out of this area, because I think what I'd like to do is start by clearing out our little valley back here, and then we can move further and further into the map and just clear things as we go. I believe, like I said before, the caves themselves don't respawn what's inside of them, I don't think, other than the deep mining nodes, I think, are, I don't know if they're infinite, but those I have to figure out a little bit still. And so we're going to run up here. I'm pretty sure I've investigated everything south of this area, but I just want to make sure. This looks kind of like it could be a cave up here. I hear all kinds of creatures. And so I just want to make sure none of this is going to give me like the pickaxe symbol when I run up to it. All right. We need lots of this silica ore, so we're going to grab that when we come across it today. And I'm actually wondering if there's anything up on top of this. I've never been up here, so let's, I guess, real quick, since we're here, see what's going on up on the top. I see the buffalo up here. That's why I was kind of wondering. All right, we're getting hit by storm after storm on this little adventure. I was hoping for a little bit of clear weather, at least until we got to a cave, but I'm not seeing anything. That's a big jump. And that's where we were going for the other cave. So let's just circle back around here, since this is the side I came off of. And we will pick up the rest of the silica ore. We might have to dump the silica before we start truly mining once we do find a mine. That's alright. Part of the adventure is just material gathering. And I don't really want to bore everybody with me just getting basic materials, so I'm going to do a little bit of this off camera. We'll probably make a run back to dump all this silica because I found so much of it. And hopefully by then this storm will be ended and we can head back out here. Ooh, and right as I say that, in the rain here, this is a cave entrance apparently. If I walk up to here, I got the pickaxe symbols. So, man, I really don't want to be doing this out in the rain, but we're going to give it a try, see how long this torch lasts us. I'm going to try and just break my way in here, and based on all of the feedback from everybody last time I did this, we're going to make it just wide enough for me to squeeze into the cave, not wide enough for larger creatures like bears to squeeze in. And we are going to switch out to using the biofuel lamp. There we go, that's nice and bright. Let's get the bow out, because if there are any worms in here, I'd like to know about it and deal with it. This is, I don't see it. Where's it at? I hear it. Oh, there it is. This is one of those situations where it's probably easier when the light's not on. Oops, I missed. Ah, every time he goes up for the shot, I miss. There we go. Is that the only one? Man, this cave is not that big. Oh, but all my arrows are gone because... Oh, there they are. At least I got a couple of them back. Okay, well, this is quite the interesting cave layout. Well, no complaining. I'll take a nice, simple cave here. I should have brought the wood for a chest. We may sneak back out and do that. I'm going to grab the stuff in the far back here. I have to say, actually, this biofuel lamp is a little annoying when we're mining. It doesn't track as well. Let me switch back out here for a minute to the torch. Oh yeah, that's actually way better for some reason. That's annoying. The biofuel lamp is nice and bright when you're exploring, but for actual mining, the torch seems to give a better ambient light. And we're already full. Oh my goodness. Good problem to have, I suppose. Ooh, there's several aluminum nodes in here. That's gonna be awesome. We do need our aluminum. All right, let's see if I can grab a quick tree. Oh my goodness, this storm. Oh, there's some downed trees already. That'll, in theory, speed the process up. Oh dear. Oh, I killed it. Oh my goodness. Okay, folks, this is, things are getting real here. How much wood do I need for this chest? I need 32 fiber now. I'm so overweight. There's some fiber. There's some fiber. There we go. We've got the fiber. Whew. We're going to grab this before we sneak back in. I know I'm getting greedy. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully that stupid worm isn't respawned. Oops. Crafting. Medium wood crate. Right there. I am going to hang on to the stone this time as well. This thing is actually somewhat heavy. I'm going to put all that stuff in there just to give me the room. And, oh yeah, I built a platinum pickaxe. If we come across any more advanced ores that we can't get with the iron, we'll start dipping into this platinum pickaxe. I had a little bit of platinum that we'd mined out previously, and I had the recipe unlocked. So you can see here, I can't mine aluminum ore with an iron pickaxe. So that's where this handy platinum one's going to come in. Boom. All right, we got to make our first haul back towards the entrance here. I'm so overweight. I think we've got most of the advanced ores here. We got more than a stack of platinum, which is pretty cool. And we've got a fair amount of titanium. I'm going to bring some of these smaller items back into my inventory so I can dump off the heavier ores. Now, I have had recommended to me that we build a furnace in here and bring that with us in the future to just take the ores down to ingots, at least for the iron and copper. That would have been a smart idea. We didn't do that, so that's on the list for next time for sure. We're just going to keep going here. We don't have that much stuff, so it's probably going to be maybe 2 trips back to the base to get it all back, and we'll have to do that next time. This was a small cave, luckily. We'll get set up better and go out on another run here as soon as we get this all back up to the base. I'm just looking around. We got just a few more iron and copper nodes to hit here real quick. All right, we are officially done here, so let's work our way back up here to the box. We need to figure out how to get ourselves unweighted here, so I'm going to dump some more of this iron back in. We're actually going to take this stuff back because it weighs less than the iron ore. And we're going to take a little bit of that stone, dump some more iron ore, dump as much copper and aluminum as we can. Aluminum's pretty heavy, 21 versus 17, so we'll trade that out. And it looks like we're actually underweight now, so let's grab, I think, the most valuable ores here. I need to drop 10. There we go, perfect. We've got 0.1 kilograms to spare. I wish it wasn't pitch black out here, but we're going to make a run for it. Hopefully we don't run into another bear or anything. Oh, there is something there that's looking at us, so we're going to run the other way. We should have got our gun out and ready. I don't see what it is, so we're going to keep running. We don't have a whole heck of a lot of stamina here. It's getting better now that we're out of the cave, but we've still got the pneumonia debuff, so we need to Go, go, go. Gonna ditch the gun here while we swim. I think we swim just a little bit better when we don't have anything in our hands. And of course we've got another storm incoming here. It's always something on this island. And I think we do need some iron, so I'm going to dump iron ore straight into this, as well as the copper. We've got a lot more iron coming, so that's alright. I'm going to dump all the silica and stone over here for storage. All the bones and animal parts over there. And all the sticks and wood over here. Let me adjust while I'm thinking of it. We're going to make one more torch because that torch worked out a lot better for certain things than our lantern does. And we didn't find another deep mining node there, so I'm going to go ahead and dump these back off while we're cleaning up the cave and bringing stuff back. We're not going to need it. And let's go ahead and sleep till daylight. I love how the weather doesn't actually reset despite the fact that we slept through the night. So we are going to wait out this storm. We got a crocodile hanging out there. I need to repair the iron pickaxe. I am going to keep using that for the basic materials, even though that platinum one didn't take a whole lot of damage. So it must have a lot more durability. It doesn't really say. Oh, it does there, 120,000 compared to 40,000, so that's going to last 3 times longer and give me a bit more mining yield. Yeah, I think maybe after this next time we're just going to stick to the platinum because we've got enough platinum to kind of keep this thing going, I think. Let me get this activated. It helps to turn it on if you want it to do something. And as soon as this storm stops, we're going to run out there and get headed back to the cave and bring some more stuff back. Alright, we're gonna brave it. I think, wow. Hang on. We might need this light after all. There we go. So this light actually works pretty good for navigating in the storm, so I'll give it that. And something is hunting me. What is it? Oh, it's a bear. Jump! Oh, he hit me. I don't know if this gun's gonna keep working in the water. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that was terrifying. Let's skin it. And oh, there's a level. Look at that. I'm not gonna try and get the bones while we're underwater. And I've lost complete track of where we're going, and that's a crocodile. Swim away. Please don't come and eat me, crocodile. We don't have the fortitude to deal with you mentally right now. Oh, finally, the storm is going away. The sun is coming out, and we're not even gonna go in very far. I don't want to risk getting attacked by the cave monsters here. Let's see. I've got enough for 3. Perfect. More trips than I thought, but that's alright. This rifle has been a lifesaver, that's for sure. I can't wait to get the upgraded hunting rifle that holds multiple shots. I think that's going to do a lot better. I don't think it does any more damage. I think it just holds more rounds. But still, in a few of these situations, being able to pop off 2 or 3 shots in a row is going to do us a world of good. So that's what we're working towards. That's what's coming with that fabrication bench. We'll go ahead and drop all of this materials right into the bin. I think I still had some more iron coming, but I'm going to put 2 of these in here at this point and use that to start making a steel bloom. Max that out. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can make the steel bloom out of the ingots as well. I just don't see any point in using up the materials to smelt it if we're not going to actually be smelting it. I do want to get that kitchen bench going soon so that we can start cooking more advanced meals. I feel like we are missing out, or especially because one of the things we're eating right now is just berries, which does not give us a huge amount of benefits. There are meals out there that are going to give us bonus experience, give us a lot more stats and different features, and we haven't played around with much of the cooking or the, I guess, farming type mechanics yet. So I think that's going to be what we're going to do next episode, is get some farming boxes up and running, get all the components we need for the different things. I know we were talking about that antibiotic paste to get rid of the pneumonia and such. So being able to start setting up places to grow those materials nearby without having to come across them randomly would be huge. We're going to grab the coal this time, and as much of this iron as we can get away with. The rest of this we can bring back next time. Can't quite get the biofuel generator. That's all right. We'll get the rest of this in the last haul here. There's not that much left. Bada boom, we're back. I thought we had silica for some reason on us, but we're done with that. Gonna put the coal in here and another couple ones of these. We'll go ahead and turn all that into steel. Oh, it moved all of it in there. Oh, well, that's gonna be fine. We'll just put a little bit more in here. We'll have plenty of iron. We got another couple stacks in here. So, yeah, this is all looking pretty good. We're making some more platinum, which is actually good for repairing that platinum pickaxe when the time comes. Goodness gracious, we've got another big storm coming. Let me just check our durability. Everything looks good on the walls. They weren't taking any storm damage, I don't think. So I'm going to brave the weather. Oh my gosh, bear. And try and get this last load from the cave while this storm is going on. It's going to get real dark and real dicey real fast here. Well, as long as we're here, we might as well pick up a couple of these resources right by the cave. We've got the cave stuff in our inventory, and I've got just enough inventory for, I think, one more round here with the silica. Oh, it's going to push us over, I can tell. Let's see how far we get. Just over the limit. We'll go ahead and destroy the wood chest. Oh, we're still 3 left. Oh, because we still got the materials back. We're 0.2 over. What can I get rid of for 0.2? Our wood rag torch, goodbye. No, we'll get rid of the sticks. Oh, come on. We're so close. We'll ditch the berries. I could pick more berries. Boom. Oh, there's a crocodile right there. I picked the worst place to come ashore. At least we don't have any major debuffs, so I've got lots of stamina. I'm going to ignore how loud those creature noises are. Right behind me, there's another one. This island is just crawling with crocodiles. It's been insane. And this thing is not the fastest. We may need to, at some point, build another one of these. But I'm going to dump that copper in here for now. We're going to store the sulfur in here for now. The silica ore over there. Stone in the masonry bench. And all this fiber goes in here. You know what? I think we are so curious in how this thing is going to work that I'm going to go ahead and grab it. And we're going to bring this thing out here and set it up in our other cave. Just because I really want to see how the deep mining thing is going to work. And rather than lugging it around with us all over the map, we might as well set it up and use it and figure out how it works. And that way we know if we want to use it again in the future. I mean, I'm sure we will, but at least we'll know how it works and not need to goof around with it. For some reason, I was kind of under the impression that every cave had at least one deep mining node, but apparently that is not the case. I may very well need to look around on the map. I know there's an interactive map, or probably quite a few interactive maps you can find online for the cave systems and such. We may have to take a peek at one of those and see what's in some of these caves, see if there's a way to figure out where the deep mining nodes are, and leverage those in the future. I think they're random too. I don't think that it's known necessarily where different nodes are at. Oh, we've got a bunch of stone here too. Well, we can take that back with us. Now, the real question, are these stupid cave worms back? I'm sure they are. Oh my gosh. They were right there. I could see them and everything, and I just walked right up to them. Alright, let's turn that off and try again. Okay. Well, that was unfun. At some point, I'm going to figure out what the parts from the cave worm are actually used for and whether or not I need to keep them. I'm assuming these worm scales are going to get used at some point for some kind of armor or something. And I think the node is up here that I'm looking for, but there's one more worm that spawned somewhere around here in the water, if I recall. Oh, there it is. Alright, I'm gonna hop up here, hop up here. That's the node I'm looking for. There's another worm down here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I'm gonna put the ore in here and hit activate. I'm kind of curious how fast it brings ore up. I'm sure I can let this run. Oh wow, that's how much for one ore? Maybe it brings a stack up at a time or something. Am I gonna have to hunt the worms every time we come back here too is the other question. Wow, this thing has only covered 4 copper ore so far. So I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna leave this thing here. This can of biofuel looks like it's gonna last a little while. And so we might as well take advantage of it. We'll get a nice healthy dose of copper. I don't know that we need that much copper, but we have the biofuel. Might as well use it and get some more materials. And we will come back for that next time and see what happens. But we're going to grab this stone and bring it back with us and head back to base. And with that, I think we're actually going to wrap up the episode here. We've had quite the adventure. We figured out how to get the mining extractor working, even though it's a lot slower than I anticipated. That's all right. I know there's a faster one out there that uses electricity eventually, so we'll be able to get into that when we get into Tier 4 at some point. But for today, I think we've accomplished our goals. We found and mined another cave. We've got lots of raw materials now. And we figured out how yet another new game mechanic works for us. So I'm satisfied. We've made our base improvements. We've got some new things unlocked on the tech tree. And I leveled up again. I am super excited. That's 2 episodes in a row we've managed to gain a level. So we're going to keep on that trend, hopefully. Less dying, more leveling up, and unlocking of cool things. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, drop a like, that'd be awesome. And subscribe if you want more Icarus content. That's all for today. Keterk out.